pressurizing, the charts are bold. Daily bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rocket scooter AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red flashing, voices loud, future kings spinning on their cloud. Riding with rocket scooter AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Treading roll, the pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight, push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade, oh, never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red flashing, voices loud, future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with their AI, up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies, on the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, checking the charts, midnight glory. Sanctuary in all its blending, mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight, push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Hey friends, what's up? Hello, friends. Love seeing y'all in the morning. We had the class on DD band yesterday in the boot camp. Nasdaq's opening down below DD band again. Same exact trade as yesterday. Same exact. I did the same exact trade, same exact hit. Nothing different. Freaking lost again. I think I should stop trading for the year. This damn up and down and up and down is crazy. I don't know if we're gonna get any kind of rally, but we've sustained a gap down with Nasdaq and S&P without filling, especially without filling the half gap. So this could be perceived as slightly bearish. And who knows? Maybe it rallies straight up today. We'll see. AVGO earnings yesterday, market popped really heavily and then sold all the way off with some big downside. So that was kind of unexpected, but also not surprising. Granted that this entire month has just turned out to be this kind of price action. So 1 second. Friends, do me a favor, hit that like button. You know how it's going to go. Those thumbs ups on the stream. 225 people here. Let's have 225 thumbs ups as we get started. As we get 1,500 people in here, let's have 1,500 thumbs ups. We will give away prop accounts on these tiers now. Going for instead of viewers, we'll do it by the number of thumbs ups. I'll get as much as y'all can. Hello, friends. Good morning, mods. What's up, Trey? What's up, Goober? Golden Eagle, Cav. What's up? What's up? What's up? Reading everybody. I sound better. Slightly better. Yep. Feeling better here, but I still feel really tired. Like I feel extremely tired today. And if this turns out to be like a garbage trading day, then I'll be excited to just kind of like take it easy. Maybe I'll take that morning off or something. Nah, we'll hang out and trade. We are Matt Stirfield's love this morning. Because everybody's saying Matt Stir in chat. I see that. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, a couple of announcements today. Bunch of our prop partner giveaways. 30% off Tradeify. Their new select plan is fantastic. It's ranking in our model as one of the top plans out there now. My Fund and Futures is having a pro deal. I don't know if I can find it real quick. New users can get an upgrade to Pro 50% off. It's what's called the upgraded Pro deal. Existing users 30% off. Unlimited uses on the Pro account, which is huge for My Fund, and they don't do big sales all the time. So 50% off is big if you've never used them before. My Fund of Futures is ranked on our model as the #1 prop firm, and this Pro account is the number one prop account in all prop accounts according to our ranking. 50% off, which is crazy. You get a 100K payout cap with 80% split, no consistency, no daily loss limit. That's why it ranks high, because it has all the things kind of like removed off the list. Super, super awesome there. ETFs doing a 90% off one step in static. If you guys like those easy statics, 90% off. It's time to pass some Apex, also 90% off right now. It's like you think Black Friday, everyone had like moderate deals, but now it's like everyone has like the crazy good deals. All right. What else we got? Big profits, 30% off. Futures desk, 55% off. Interesting, interesting. Okay. The best deal is My Fund of Futures. I would say right now, the best account is My Fund of Futures. And that deal, 50% off Pro, is probably the best of the deals. Apex and ETFs, 90% off is pretty good if you like to do the burn and churn method to pass your evals, which is just get as many as you can and just pass them before the sale's over. That tends to be like those 90% off sales. People grab their Apex accounts for like $15 or $10 or whatever. It costs nothing to pass, and you just pay the activation when you pass. 1-to-1 ratio on profit goal and max loss is sweet. Oh, very sweet. So tired of dumb issues with Project X, somebody said in chat. Well, yeah, we know the X. I found out this morning that the X in Project X stands for the X in the top right corner of the platform. That's how you operate it. You just close it down, and it pretty much that simulates the experience. So, you know, pretty much. Seriously, like I like I said on Twitter that one day, I should make a website. I really want to help Top Step out. I'd love to make a website, for Project X to help users of the community. And I'm going to call it projectxuptime.com, which will essentially alert traders of days that Project X is actually up. So I think that would be kind of a nice addition to the community. Need something like that. Not a downtime detector, an uptime detector, you know what I mean? We could use something like that. It'd be very nice to have. I'd make a lot of money with that website. Look on the floor. Pickle decided to come hang out with me today. Yeah, he's back there on the ground. Will I work with Lucid in the future? Yeah. Let me send AJ a message. He's... I really need to catch up with my messages. Hold on. Pops. He messaged me last week. Shoot. Let me go. Just hold on. Let me see if I have a I don't know if I yeah, let me get a code for Lucid just because you guys are affiliates. Okay. My portal. Oh, let me make an account with them first. I don't even have an account with these guys. So I took the MHP long on the gap down and then took the stop just like I did yesterday. The same exact trade. Now at the the DD band reclaim, I'm taking it with a 3 spot. Like I said, this choppiness is not giving me a good solid trend to play on. My trade last night would at least to the half gap. Like we would at least touch the half gap before it decided to fall, and it just decided to die at that moment in time. Well, S&P didn't move down, but like maybe like 5 or 6 points. Kind of like a stupid. Wait, I can't even make an account with Lucid without start trading. I have to actually buy something. Okay. Like it doesn't even have just like create account now. My portal, it makes you log in. Okay, so you have to actually buy something before it makes you make an account. I'm so far behind on a lot of this stuff I need to catch up with. This weekend though, I'm gonna catch up with everything. All right. Okay. Oh, let me just go to the affiliate side. I don't want to buy an account. He told me to do this a while ago, I never did. So I grabbed along here at 25,608 DD band reclaim, by the way. Let me send him a message. All right, I sent a message. Get a code with those guys pretty soon. Wait, don't trade with them. They took away some of your profit because you traded too many and 20 micro at the same time. They have a dumb scaling rule. You can't do them at the same time. Well, does it say that Viral Pulse in the rules though? It's different if did they say that in the rules or was it ambiguous in the rules? I could talk, like I said, if it's mentioned in the rules and it's not clear, I'll make sure I'll make it clear. Make sure that happens. Like I said, with these props, you guys gotta make sure that they all have such different rules. You have to like really go in there and make sure you're understanding all the pieces of it. Make sure. Top Step needs to be class action lawsuit. Isn't that crazy, right? Like this year, the prop space has just become like so like destabilized and sort of like lots of changes, like good changes, bad changes, big firms becoming like small firms becoming big, like Top Step like falling from grace, like so all these other prop firms getting canned from the Project X platform. Just like, who would have thought so many things would happen so quick? But this is a world of rapid expansion. This is like the gold rush days of the old West, where like everybody, you know, everybody's trying to make a buck quickly, and you're gonna have like some ghost towns at the end of this. So last night, same freaking trade as yesterday. We lost. We opened at MHP. I was super excited. I grabbed the long 15 again to take the half gap. Then I set a stop and went to bed. My stop was at I think I set it wider at 840. Instead of 80 points, I gave it 40 points to stop. Why? Because the gap down. So remember, the largest 1 minute candle is what I use for my stop loss, and I consider this the 1 minute candle. If you gap down that much very quickly, then I'm gonna allow that much of overshoot for the most part. And I want to allow 120 points overshoot. I cut it like pretty much in half. I think I set my stop like right here somewhere. But I built my position down in here, and I just stopped out of the whole thing, like I think here. But not exactly here, but I put my stops all through here. And on the reclaim, I'm back in on 3. And then back here, I'm back in on big. So remember, why 3? Because we broke MHP, so I'm going to trade small. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Hit the yellow, we're back on here, and now I'm on the reclaim. So same thing on DD band class. When you lose the band, nothing, 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 reclaim, back in. Bet that we stay on the same side. That's it. S&P's flat, Nasdaq died after Broadcom earnings. So it was like a weird sort of price action that we had. Similar to what we've been seeing everywhere else. The market just popped and then sold super hard. The futures gapped down in response to this, which is just like, you know, a testament of how much these tech stocks really are pulling the Nasdaq, because like they're differentiating themselves like a huge amount. Like the S&P is not even down and Nasdaq is down. You know, it's traveling like 5 times as far. I'm always concerned when you have a gap down that doesn't fill. So I have marked the half gaps on my chart, and bear markets or whatever kind of market we'll have will likely hit that half gap and reject at some point. So my thought is, if we hit that half gap and then hold, just like anything else, you know, you rush to fill the gap. So if today we could fill that gap, I'd be excited. If today we hit the half gap and I can get a scalp, I'd be excited. Again, no volatility, which is the weirdest thing too. Like no volatility. The VIX is just dying day after day after day after day. There's just this is just nobody trading. Nobody bearish, nobody bullish, nobody doing anything. And every pop we get, the few people that are trading are like, well, let's lock in some profits. That's it. This has been the least eventful VIX I've ever seen in 15 years of trading. In my entire life, I've never seen the VIX just walk its way lower without even bumping at all. Like just moving lower. And then the market not going anywhere. Like I've never in my life seen price action like this. Ever. This is the cleanest VIX you'd ever seen. And so the market is not selling off, which is good. but it's not rallying either. Crazy. Everybody's, yeah, selling for taxes, rebalancing portfolio, a little bit of activity. Nobody's dumping their longs in mass, just taking little bits of profit here and there. But this VIX is like the cleanest, weirdest VIX I've ever seen. Usually it's bumpy, right? You're gonna see some bumps and some moves. The market is just not moving, bumping and moving and bumping and moving. The market is just flat, as flat as you can get. This is just flat, 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 flat. Insane, right? Squeeze everybody's end of the year puts out. That's kind of what it is. Market just gonna, you can go all the way back in time. VIX has some bumps to it, right? So weird. VVIX just plunging. But it's explainable. End of the year mechanics, not a bear market. Nobody's dumping their longs in mass. Nobody's dumping all their things. People are holding on to most things, taking profit in tech. And then, you know, people with puts and shorts are getting squeezed pretty hard. But this Nasdaq price action is just, I mean, this is just crazy. Hugging the same spot, flat market, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So in reality, like, I think my theory of we're not going to go anywhere till the year starts is probably true, or at least until the new expiration, the new month after expiration. If the monthly renewal is in full price, if you're buying during a sale, is a sale only for initial purchase? Yeah, that's pretty much how typically they will be for these monthly for prop firms with a monthly fee. Usually you have to double check if the coupon is first month or all months. Usually it's first month only, but you're gonna pass that account and blow up that account, or pass that account and get paid out in that account, hopefully in that first month anyways, right? So viral pulse. So again, the rules are there about it. You just don't like the rules. It's two different ways to think about it. Like, the rules are there and the rules aren't for you, and that's totally fine. But if the rules are not clear and you're getting screwed over, that's different. So I'm interested in hearing like the story behind it. You just don't like the rules, right? I think the rules could be better for you. Is that correct? It's not clear? Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell them to make it clear. Is it the same shit as what Tradeify did that one time? Where it's like not clear that it's 10 micros and 10 minis, or 10 whatever. Like, it's not clear how to do it. And they made memes out of me making a stink out of that. I hate being so literal and smart sometimes. Slashgate, people called it. Or Dashgate. Geez, Matt, don't you know that's how it's supposed to be? Everyone knows the rule. Seems like people still get confused by it. Gosh, I hate being so aware of what community members are thinking. So you should be allowed to trade 4 mini or 4 micros, not start with 2 mini or 20 micro. DVIX is still below 100 and nice and tidy. Yeah, so ABGO had earnings yesterday, right? Gave us a little bit of pop at the end of the day. Then we dropped a little bit down, and you know, we're moving on that volatility right now. This being Friday, hopefully get some movement there. As AVGO popped, dropped, and we sold off to there, and hopefully this turns into a day that comes right back to the middle, which would be nice. My trade in Nasdaq was at least to go to half gap, for here to fill the half gap there. Kind of nice. DD band reclaim. Taking that trade there. I did the same trade as yesterday. I tried to hit it fucking hard in MHP. Took the same loss as yesterday. 2 days in a row, same thing. We got to it this time, and I was like, I'll take it. I'll take it. And it's all part of the game. I can't wait till the market gets back to trending up or trending down. Trending's great. Be fun. Anyone, as many know, Project X will not be supplying or supporting platform and third-party firms in 2026. Yeah, they kicked everybody out for the most part. They're sort of like, you know, their whole idea of, I almost got into the same business Project X is. I had somebody in one of the top, oh, I can't say that because y'all know who it is. I had somebody contact me, a really big prop firm, to develop an API to compete against Ninja in Project X, like that same sort of thing. We'd have been the third one in the place. And then I decided that I didn't want to get on the prop business, and they decided they didn't want to build the API anymore. After long talks and talking about the options, opportunities there, the idea is that a prop firm pays money for every account you make to the API. It's a fortune. Project X made a fortune off of each firm that needed to run on their business. It's like Hershey that makes chocolate will sell chocolate to Mars so they can make their candy bars, right? And so you're selling to your competitors. The thing is that it was not seen as a viable path. And I saw the saturation in the space, and the future is that wouldn't be a thing. And I'm so glad to see that when Top Step started pulling the plug and kicking people out like that, because they're consolidating their power into their own hands, exactly what I envisioned the space to be doing, which is basically those API type business is going to go away and everybody's going to just build their own in the future. So we were teaming up with somebody building a platform. So when I'll talk about, you know, my other revenue streams, I have a business that develops software for people. So potentially trading stuff. We build platforms and stuff for people. And that's a business I almost got in. And to see Top Step getting out of it makes all the sense in the world, because it's better off for them to consolidate that power than to empower their competitors. A couple of bucks you make off of these big firms that are running off of your platform is not worth losing that market share to those competitors in such a highly competitive space. And that's one of the things we saw up front. And that the proper solution and profitable solution for somebody that wants to build that API or something is just to build it their own, to save their own money, not having to pay Ninja to do it. So Top Step is doing exactly what I thought it should be doing. Exactly the reason I avoided getting in on that business to begin with. We wouldn't have any customers. And the major prop firm I was talking to about this had the same thought. Do we empower our competitors and give them a space to thrive in, or do we just eliminate them and let them drown under the costs? Like, the idea was, it's very expensive to run a prop firm under Ninja's umbrella, especially, you know, certain rules can't thrive in that environment because it's expensive to open an account. You have to pay them for every account. So the idea was, well, let's open our own and then undercut them and empower, you know, other people, give them a cheaper option. But then you're empowering your competitors, and the market share you lose, you'd rather gain the market share, is more valuable. And Top Step just realized that by making that mistake. I like to think that I'm a smarter businessman than Michael Paddock ever was, which makes me feel really good about myself, because we looked at the numbers and not to be completely economically unfeasible. But we were being spoken to about building something like this. Hmm? What is MGC? Lines on MGC. What is that? Micro gold. I'm just reading your comment. You have to make sure that you buy gold data from your broker. So make sure that you have gold data. You have to get the COMEX package from your broker, and it should tunnel right in. Also, you have to make sure you use the right ticker. So here, the contract is going to be for gold. F.us.gcezz5. And then sorry, EZ25. And then you're going to put an M, I think for micro would be MGC. Make sure you have the ticker typed in right. They all work unless you just have to buy the data. Like, and if there's a conversion that's not there, you guys need to let us know in tech support. Like I said, there's a million, tickers out there, and so if there's some that isn't on our list, just let us know. We can add it immediately. Just send it in tech support, like, hey, this thing is missing or that thing is missing. Bias today, yeah, I'm not super bullish on the gap down and losing MHP again. And I'm only taking another stab at the long of the MHP on the DD band reclaim just to bet, though, again, we're staying in the freaking middle. Yesterday was great price action to get back in on this. But same thing, right? I tried to buy MHP, took the loss, tried to buy MHP, took the loss. It's like 2 times in a row. The same loss in a row. Stupid, choppy market going nowhere. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. We are getting started in about 15 minutes, friends. Currently going right now, and I'm not kidding. We're gonna stop all giveaways until this happens. Now I'm talking stop. I'm talking thousands of prop accounts I'm not gonna do. Right now there's 800 people here, and 290 people have clicked the thumbs up. Y'all literally are. If I have to repeat myself anymore on this, I'm gonna stop doing giveaways. Like, please don't make me have to ask for this every day. Like, I love y'all. 1,000, because everybody's like, well, what are we gonna do to give away? 1,000 viewers, 1,000 likes, everyone does it, and that's easy as that. Or no giveaways anymore. So, thumbs up. When minute you land, click it, click it, click it, click it. The giveaway will now be at 10 o'clock by our new schedule, which means you have literally 45 minutes to get that number up. Or there's no giveaway period the whole day. Gotta tell you guys, hit it, hit it, hit it. No, not bot viewers, lazy viewers. See, when I said something, now it's at 450. Not bot viewers, just lazy viewers. What's that? Read the thing. At 1,000 we'll do one. We'll do takeaways. I'll log into your prop account and take away one of your accounts. And then, of course, what I tell you guys, when we open below DD band, a lot of the time, this is the time you just decide time to sit out for the day. I'm taking one more opportunity at the reclaim. That's on positive DD ratio, which is hopefully what we'll get. S&P is good, Nasdaq's not. So again, I've been like fighting the Nasdaq, hopefully at some point trying to see if there's any kind of buyers. But my original suspicion is probably true, that there's not gonna be any buyers until next freaking year. I don't think we get a rally up, but at least the half cap would have been nice. But this price action's been garbage for me. Just up, down, up, down. I'd like to see trending in either direction. Choppiness, I don't like blow up, and I just don't make any money, and I go up, I go down, I go up, I go down. Kind of sucky. Nvidia's looking pretty solid, not selling off today, which is good. Okay. It's a pretty simple formula. Like, you know, you can buy ads to grow your channel, or you can get natural engagement to grow your channel. Usually helps. We put a lot of effort into negotiating for prop accounts for you guys. So we get a lot of them to give out. So we appreciate y'all helping us out there. All right, so my bet is that we close above DD band. That's it. And this, again, this could be turning into like the day that's going to finish selling off that didn't sell off yesterday. So I'm gonna be very cautious. And if I take a big loss again, and I'm just done, I'm gonna trade the reclaim just like I did yesterday. Like it's almost like the same trading day in reverse and repeat. So like the same shit all over again. On the DD band hold, my thought is in the first 10 minutes, we'll know. If 10 minutes we get a green candle to there, fantastic. If the first 10 minutes we drop down below yellow, I'm just gonna stop and call it a day. Anything down in here, no trades, like period. Like if we're down here, probably that'll be give me 50, 60 points. If we're down here, the market is dead, like dead here. Now it's just NASDAQ. Like S&P is not selling off. It's just NASDAQ, the one that's the weirdest one. S&P is doing exactly what I would think it would do. It's just kind of hold that area. The halfway point between the gap up and down is always going to be a pivot. Does this sometimes, like when I draw, like if I'm in the middle of drawing and then the platform like updates, see, that's what happens. I have to tell my guy that if I don't draw it within 2 seconds, it drops. Okay. That is a bug. And then you can't expand it after that. Interesting. So interesting little bug. I've noticed this a couple of times. I don't know if it's with you guys. So if I'm drawing something and I leave it open for like more than 2 seconds, when the platform updates, it just anchors it for you. Which is weird. And then you can't modify it. It's so weird. I'll have to get that fixed. Get here to here. On futures. So that's only a bug I'm going to get fixed. I'm still like, I'm feeling better from being sick, but I'm still feeling like super fatigued today. The last thing I want to do is have another day where I have to fight the same market. Okay, let's do this half gap area here. Gonna be, we got 8 minutes till market opens. 10:25. 14, 12, 11, like 6 points up. 20 here. So this kind of like half gap is not the real half gap. This is just where the futures half gap is. So I'm marking it there. It's gonna be a little confusing when we get all of the data up here when it opens. But so you guys remember when I told you if the market opens below DD band, you're already starting to think, okay, I'm probably gonna sit out. But it's not the S&P, it's just NASDAQ. So now S&P is totally fine, but S&P could collapse down to there today. So be careful. Down here, market is irrational. Small pivots, small trades, long pivots only what I take down here to buy dips if I can to get back above there. I did long on the reclaim just for, not a big position. I'm trying to hit this account now with like 10 and 15 if I can. So just scalping. My two big swings at this didn't pan out. So unlucky 2 times in a row. This shop market. Thank you guys for smashing the like button. You guys now have 36 minutes to get the likes 1,000 with 1,000 something viewers here. 1,000 likes triggers a giveaway. So every person here hit that thumbs up button. If you don't have it, can't log in because you're at work, jumping on your phone and help your fellow community members out. I'm sure they'd like the free accounts. That doesn't make any sense. How are you able to type in chat if you're not logged in? S&P landed on MHP and bounced. Like, that's the thing. The S&P trade has been beautiful. Nasdaq has been like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Both days in a row, man. Nasdaq is like, S&P is giving us the juice. Then trade the, I mean, well, in hindsight, yeah, I should have traded the ES in hindsight, but it's not gonna help me now. Irrational down here. Is this like, is there just one day where people are like, all right, let's put some tech stocks back in our books? Because the Nasdaq has been the horrible choice of the market at our strong pivots. It has just not been as stable. It has had more breaks than the S&P. The S&P, like you can see, the shapes are completely different. The S&P is like had just like barely any downside. The Nasdaq has been like downside the whole time. So that differentiation is seen by like the tech stocks are just the ones not moving up and everything else is moving up. Dow Jones all-time highs. And so I think that this whole AI sort of fizzle out is making this not the best trade. But that's why I kept on betting that the Nasdaq as being the one that's behind. It's kind of like I'm focusing on it. It is very alarming to me that there's such separation in tech. Like, hopefully this isn't like a tech bubble that people are worried about. Certainly just lack of tech interest. AVGO for the first time is having a little bit of downside. I mean, it's been such a powerful stock though, all year. How yesterday ends me? I was only down 6K yesterday. It wasn't a big deal. Yesterday was a really awesome trading day. It was also pretty damn exhausting. Nvidia had a pre-market like pop and then dump. It's like, no, there's zero momentum. Nothing is sustaining in tech. Like, there's no momentum. The end of the year, that's all it is. It's so crazy to see that. Fed is buying 40 billion of treasury bills starting this morning at 9:30. Yeah. S&P still in the 6900s. Yep, pretty good. So we do have a flat open today again, and S&P not a flat open in Nasdaq. Again, if we're opening down below irrational territory, below DD band, then I'm just going to be like, avoid the rest of this day. I was taking a bet on the reclaim. I'm going to allow myself all the way down into here to hit it one more time from here to there. Because I keep trying to take a bet that this is going to have any kind of momentum, and I got squeezed a second time in a row. It is so, like, so weird. Had I chosen S&P the last 3 or 4 days, the trade would have worked out just fine. But for Nasdaq has been like break city. So I'm looking for, at least today, this green line DD band reclaim is my trade. So inside of here, about 560 is about the limit I have on this. And I might give it a little bit more room, but down in here, this is absolutely dead market. My target is half gap at the top. So the gap down, this is my target. So we gap down, and usually if you gap down and keep trading down, it's very bearish. So at least to test this, to confirm a bear market and not fill that gap would be ideal today. Can I set it so that people that only hit the like button can only be entered to the giveaway? I could do that, but then I would have to do extra work. I'd rather just not do any work at all. If my thought is, if y'all don't want to do any work, then I don't want to do any work. I hire somebody and pay money every month to organize and do the giveaways and negotiate with our partners and stuff. I'd much rather to save the 6 figures a year. To be honest, if clicking a button is the hardest job in the fucking world, I'd like to pocket that money myself. So let's make it to where everyone just does it. How about that? And you guys help rally the team. Y'all type it in chat and help other people do it. You have no control over others? But you do. But I'm the only one saying something in chat. And that's also where y'all can help me out. Y'all can spam that too. Dude. All right. So we are on the edge here. If I'm going to get squeezed again, just like yesterday, and this market's dead, then that's it. All right. Let me give it like a couple minutes of this opening volatility to figure out what's going on. Positive res, okay. We're irrational, strong long pivots only, and yellow if we break, market's dead. Why are we... Okay. 5.4, 21.4. I'm irrational, so it might be a little bit of a delayed response, out of sync with the market, with the stocks. But I also can't make it to where I selectively choose who or can't enter the giveaway. This might be a crash day today. Get the liquidity maps come in. Come on in quicker. Okay. MHP, S&P good. Every single time NASDAQ good. Hit it. EST. Let's go back to DD band. Let's go. Go up. Get up there. Get back up there. No sell. If y'all take a look, yeah, if y'all help us get to our targets, that'd be really nice. That's the whole goal of the giveaways anyways, right? So we get y'all some good stuff in return for some engagement. We love y'all. Okay. So hopefully liquidity pocket hold, positive res, looking good for a bump up. This is great. This is really good. So again, if we lose liquidity pocket here, I'm just going to retire from trading and like just quit forever. Like if I lose so many A+ pivots and I got to fight this like 25, 30 freaking times in a row, and I'm just done. Middle, check some of the bigger stocks there. Come on. Don't lose that yellow. Hit that pocket and hold. Good. That looks good. Looks like we're back up above green. That's what I want to see. Okay, I'll take that risk. Same trade as yesterday. I'll hit it hard. One final stop, and if I take the loss, then I'm just gonna sit out. ABGO at MHP. Hopefully that holds above. No sell off today, market. Don't die today. Don't die today. Get us that run, baby. Get us that run. Liquidity pocket. Normally, small trades only, below DD band, small trades only. And Longs only. Strong liquidity pocket DD ratio 77. Resilience positive. Everything's looking good. And if this still doesn't rally, then I'm just gonna fucking retire. My target is as the futures half gap, which would be way up here. Give me that trade I wanted from earlier. This is an absolute repeat from yesterday. So again, the same exact thing. I'm buying the pocket. I'm gonna hold through on the reclaim and just let it ride. With positive rest, should be filling the gap. Oh, come on, give us those goods, baby. Give me those goods. Fingers crossed. S&P is just really far away. Come on. Who is selling today? Microsoft, Meta. Dude, like just so much of the tech stuff is just getting like hammered day after day. And I've kind of lost my voice a little bit, so apologize. A little hoarse here. Okay, good. So liquidity pocket every single time, bull zone, bear zone. Bear zone, bull zone every single time. Hold through the reclaim. I'm going all the way up to gap fill. Textbook trade. Super simple. Fingers crossed so we don't lose the pocket. If we lose the pocket, then irrational market, then I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna quit. We're good. And go work as a caddy at a golf course. I'll have to deal with the irrational market anymore. My blood pressure can't handle any more fighting. Thank you guys for helping out in the category. Give those thumbs up there. I got 25 minutes to get the likes of 1,000. I'll do prop giveaways for you guys. Remember, when you get to the stream, thumbs it up. Bump, 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 bump. All right, guys, what do y'all think today? Up? Do we think down? Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that energy. It just sucks being down and being up and being down and being up. Those I'm not getting the overnight bounce on NASDAQ that S&P has been so graciously giving us. Let's keep an eye on AVGO today. AVGO is holding monthly hedge pressure, which is good. Big earnings popped. Big sell-off happened. Holding MHP, which is good. Need some good vibes today? Hopefully so. You fall and heed the call. ESG every single time. Don't hit that TD band and reject. This is the first test. 80. 40 resilience, 40 resilience, strong resilience, strong resilience. Bull setups across the board, looking great. Nothing bearish, man. Good. If this sparks the rally, I'm happy today. I'm like really happy today. Give me that same, get that price action on what yesterday. S&P bullish. Oops. We've repaired the daily candle, by the way. We had a release last night. The daily candle updates properly on the monthly maps on the futures chart. It was glitched for a little bit. And clean. The edge that fortune takes from bell to bell. Yeah, I'm long 10 contracts in NASDAQ. 10. Top right. This is the first test of the irrational market here. So this is where your resistance can be. So don't want to celebrate too early. But hopefully on the reclaim, it's good that we stay above it. 90%, 92% of days we'll stay above this green line. And no signs are bearish. Everything is actually looking really solid today. Rest to fill the gap. Rest to fill the gap. ED ratio greater than half. Confluence on the band. Liquidity pocket underneath. Woo! I get the little tingles. So fingers crossed. Double checking the bigger stocks. Make sure they're not selling off because tech has been what's really been killing this. We have an MHP bounce on AVGO, so keep an eye out for some clues there. Watch your big tech. VIX is not moving down either. Make sure that we don't get a Broadcom crash out. Losing this and crashing will kill that momentum, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Nvidia, for the first time, and I don't know how long, bullish Nvidia. So maybe like a fuck Broadcom, who cares? Let's watch Nvidia, right? All right, come on. EST every single time. Bulls charge fourth. Up 8,000 on the trade so far for my 24K drawdown. Second failure in a row. The same freaking trade yesterday. I told you in Discord, I was like, you know, if I lose it again this time, I'm just going to retire. What kind of job should I have once I quit trading? What do you guys think I'd be good at? Something with like low responsibility or effort. Something I just show up, do some good, honest work, washing cars, get outside, get some sunshine. No stress whatsoever. DJ? Car sales? No. I'm a horrible salesman. I'm too truthful to be a salesman. I usually tell people how it is. They'll be like, yeah, this car, yeah, it kind of sucks. You don't want to buy it. I'm not good at schmoozing. Slightly gardening. I'd be a great gardener. Stripper, probably so. Bull rider, male stripper. There's a lot of, there's strangely a lot of male strippers in responses in chat. Do I give off male stripper vibes? DoorDash Dasher? For a poor narrator? As you see. Mr. Peter North places his member inside of the... I can narrate it in a British accent. Peter North. He spends his time correcting her, caressing her. Oh my god, why? 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 Why, market? Who is this doing this? What is going on? You understand how often this trade just works like a charm? Something, and it might have to do with the option structure for the end of the year. Something is trying its ass off to keep this market from moving. A little squeeze out right there. Res is now negative. What stock just dumped? Look at this. Who was it? Nvidia. It's only Nasdaq. Let's find it real quick. AVGO. No, Google. Okay, Google maybe. Yeah. Google dropped. But I don't know if that's the only, but see, it's not, it's here but not there. Who is it? God dang, dude. You see what I'm saying? Like, all signs are good, and then all of a sudden, something's... Is it Nvidia? Nvidia drop below half cap? No, did it? No, it's not Nvidia. Trying to flip the script right now. Palantir. We're not looking for something that dropped, looking at something that lost half cap. No, not Palantir either. You're looking for something that broke half cap. Let's just pull the scanner up. All right, this is flipping the script now. See, as excited as I get, I hate markets like this that just don't pick a direction and go. All right, let's see who it is. Just at the half gap. Unusual, right? AVGO. Hold on. Guys, listen. Resilience requires a cross through half gap to cause resilience to dive. Y'all just went through the class. It's not a direction indicator. Don't be like, it's a red candle, red candle. Resilience is what I'm looking for. Which stock is cross through half gap? Just now. Amazon, Microsoft. Guys, no. Which one passed through half? God, we just had the class 2 days ago. Or a couple days ago. Which stock right here moved through there? Amazon, okay. Jesus fucking Christ, guys. All right. I love y'all, but when resilience goes negative, what stock went through the dashed line over here? AMD. Like AMD? Yeah. See, there's one of the answers. That's what we need to look for. What stock is it? We want to look for this. Amazon is failing. Not failing. No. We want to see which stocks have lost half gap. That's the important part right now. All right, guys, we're going to figure this out together. It's not showing up on the scanner. So something here dropped through half gap. AMD is a good example of that. Man, oh, this is going to be that kind of a day, huh? Shit. Is it Meta? No, it's not Meta. Okay, again, before you guys start typing again, let me explain very quickly. What stock was here, and then what stock is now there, just through this dashed line at this moment in time. That's it. That's all we need to find out. It looked like AMD was probably the one that did it. The big tech only, because S&P didn't take as big of a dive. So it had to be something that's very heavy in the top 10 stocks, possibly tech. Not Apple, not Nvidia, not Microsoft, not Meta. AMD is probably the one. Somebody saying Google. Let's see if Google's it. It's Google. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Keep an eye on Google today. Google's good on a bull long ups on a MHP sets. Google. Whenever you go through half gap, you'll see right here. You see how there's a big sensitive bump on resilience right here. See how when Google goes from this side to that side, you see how resilience dumps very quick. That's what we're looking for. So right here, when Google flipped the script going from here to here, Res just took a nosedive. Man. All right, come on, market. Don't die today. Oh yeah, we did the Don't Die Today song. All right, so that's what you have to do. And usually what you'll do is you'll pop it up on the scanner and it'll show you how to look for that. Not good. Okay. So I'm going to trim back down just a little bit and hold through this. Res is 100% cap weighted, yeah. So we could be back in crazy irrational territory. I'm going to close out and just take the loss on that one. Again, same shit as yesterday. And I'm going to be better safe than sorry on this one. Dude, as exciting as this was, everything lined up good and then Google ruined the party. All right, so I'm going to do nothing anymore. This is probably just going to be a sit out day. While it can bounce there and come back, I'm going to do the same thing as yesterday. Grab that reclaim trade. I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick. Yeah, that's a good idea. We need to add it to the platform, don't we? It just identifies like which stock. I'm going to add that this weekend. All right. All right. Okay. Now we're back to see what's going on here. I can try to take liquidity pocket one more time. Dude, I'm fine. It's like the same freaking trading day as yesterday. Literally the same trading day as yesterday. You don't believe this? The same trading day as yesterday. Oh my God. Exactly the same fucking day. Oh my God. Been fighting the same type of trade a million times over. Resilience is not positive anymore though. The problem is liquidity pocket every single time. While that trade did work fairly well, I did stop. Now I'm back in. If I go to there and I take the reclaim, it's just to there, stop out and call it a day. Not gonna get the gap fill without positive res. So this is just a headache and a half today. Dude, 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. S&P res is still positive, at least for the gap fill though, which might actually happen. Groundhog. Time to retire, man. Time to get a job as a car wash or something. I don't even know. Male stripper. I'd actually go downstairs and take my medicine. I forgot to take my my drugs today. My good stuff. Yo, I got this good shit. My dealer hooks me up with some losartan. Y'all ever taken that before? It's a great recreational drug. Lowers your blood pressure. Where's my losartan fam at? One more go at this with a smaller trade. One more attempt and that's it on this one. Oh. Have you tried that mushroom? It makes you see tiny people. I'm imagining if I were to take that mushroom, then I would start having hallucinations of seeing like 1,000 lances standing around me, and that would really freak me out. 100 mil, 100 mil, 100 mil, 100 mil, 100 mil, 100 mil, 100 what? You know what I'm talking about? I imagine the worst possible fucking trip ever. SP negative res now, yeah, so it's probably gonna have a hard time with this. Choppy flip flop still open. You know what I'm talking about? I can imagine like a bunch of them sitting around me. 100 mil, 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 100 mil. I'd be like, I'm freaking out, man. The guy that flips furniture stores, sales signs, and breakdancing. Oh man, those guys are so talented. I don't know if I've got it in me. Yeah, Lance Brightstein. Yeah, like, you know, somebody said little people, so that's the first thing I thought. The guy's like 5'1", man. He comes up to my shoulders. Tiny little guy. Freaking out, man. Freaking out, man. Do you know why we pulled you over? Littering and smoking the reefer. You are freaking out, man. Pull over more. I can't pull over. You can't pull over any farther. This is the same trading day as yesterday. This is just one really. So like in this strange transitional market, this is the same trading day as yesterday, the same setup as yesterday, and yesterday was the same kind of fight. And I think I'm gonna get squeezed for good here. All right, I'm done. All right, I'm done for the day. I'm not gonna touch this one. We're probably gonna be trending down. I don't want to play this anymore unless we get DD ban reclaim. I am pretty much convinced that my original suspicion that we're going to gracefully trade down into close of year is definitely true now. So what I would normally have made a pretty sizable amount of money had we been trending, but this is the second day of chop. I kind of don't want to spend my whole time doing this. Now I'm not going to play this anymore. I'm going to wait for the DD ban reclaim. I'm gonna probably take off till January. I haven't touched it. My fund indexes yet, so I had that one trade from last night. I'm trying to buy these strong pivots, and there's just no momentum anymore. Negative resilience. Now everything was beautiful and then tanked out. So be very careful today. The S&P has one more setup down in here, and that's the last attempt I might actually do. Which would be off of here. So we could have a pretty nasty selling event today. I'd be willing to take a trade off of this. So when somebody said my account balance has been at this for weeks, no, my account was, I went from 100,000 or 95,000 to 130,000 over a 3-week period without losing a single day. I went on like a month-long winning streak. And so what I'm doing now, or what I'm trying to do, is I took big bets on the market sustaining a bull move just 2 times. That's it. And both times it didn't work. So normally when I get those couple of instances where it seems good, I'm going to swing it pretty hard instead of just trade it really small. My goal is to get this a $1 million challenge. I'm not just trying to like grow there $1,000 or $2,000 a day. I'm going to get there on big events that look good. But at some point, when the market does give me something that looks good or a nice trend, I just take small stabs in and it doesn't work. So sometimes I'll take a big swing in 2 days in a row. I didn't expect it to fail the same thing twice in a row. But it did, which is incredible. MHP broke. It's rare that it breaks in 2 times in a row. So I bought here, took a stop, bought here, took a stop. And so that's basically it. And then, again, it's not a big deal because I mean, I'm not really, you know, this is a challenge I'm trying to do. So at some point I will take some swings, but it's part of what happens. So the point is, what's stopping me is the market itself has had a high probability of failing structure. This has not been the reason it's not working as well now is because, like, again, everything's going against conventional knowledge, right? VIX absolute decay. So the market's not bearish, right? Market's not showing any signs of life whatsoever to either side. I feel that today is the start of a really big sell-off. So be very careful, you guys. The VIX just going nowhere and nowhere and nowhere and nowhere typically corresponds with the bull market or an inactive liquid market. It's not illiquid enough to sell off, but it's not active enough to rally. And so this kind of flat, choppy noise, it's just what it is. I got chopped out. So we have not seen any strong daily movement. Every down has gone up, every up has gone down. And so some of my trades, when I buy and I fail and I buy the reclaim, most days will move on an event like that. Like they'll either move up or they'll move down, but these days have not moved anywhere for like 3 whole weeks. So I can't be discouraged because the market just is not, it's not sold, it's not rallied. If you took base hits for like 3 weeks, then you had a fantastic 3 weeks. For me, I basically took base hits for 3 weeks, and then here I started swinging, and then it didn't work. So when I went from like 95 to 135, that was all just base hits, base hits, base hits. And I was like, all right, it's time to break. And I just guessed the break wrong. The market didn't break the way I wanted it to. So now you can see it's starting to sort of turn down. So we might end up the year down inside of here. So, yeah, so I was thinking like, you know, after FOMC, we would get a break, and I bought that dip. Nope. Then after AVGO, we dipped, we get a break, and the answer was no. So again, the market is just sort of like on path to maybe go lower, like I originally suspected. And I changed my bias because the FOMC data came out showing all that really, really good economic data for next year. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's just part of the game, getting the bigger guess wrong when I decided to swing twice. And I didn't make like a dumb bigger guess. I mean, great data, market looks good, you know, like, but you can just see how responsive we are to this kind of tech shrinkage. And, you know, my original thought was that we were kind of would gracefully trade lower into end of the year anyways, was mostly because whenever we rallied back up on NASDAQ and S&P, we weren't getting that same rally in some of the bigger tech. So the momentum is just gone. And that's because all the fund managers are just done for the year. Everybody sold off during the government outage, right? People just sold off to take profit. And because of that, they locked in their bonuses for the year. Nobody's really making any big decisions to like really jump in and buy all these stocks again. So the market's not going to pick up a lot of steam until that starts happening. You know, we're not selling off because everyone's dumping tech and getting into everything else, which is why the YM is going through the roof. You know, like all-time highs on Dow Jones. Is not as sensitive, right, to that big tech. So that's why not short? Well, no, that's not how I trade though either, right? All I know is that I'm out of the way with barely, like I said, this account has been essentially just back to neutral, taking some big swings here. I'm okay with just waiting and seeing what happens. And why not short? Because I'm not bearish. The market itself is not bearish. And when markets are rational, I don't short down here. I'm just smart enough to get out of the way. Look how smart I am to get out of the way. And I know to pull the plug, which means on the time that the market gets back to either trending up or trending down, I'm good to go. Great data. Are you kidding? You didn't see that? You didn't see the Fed report? Look at this. The projections in September for 2026 for GDP goes from 1.8 to 2.3. That's huge. That's like 0.5 higher, right? Your PC inflation is at almost 2% by the end of 2027. This is all, everything here shows a very balanced, very perfect economy. So this one right here, like my thought was when the Fed projections came out, even if you look at the larger range, you can see that the Fed range for GDP goes from 2 to 2.6. There are people out there whose models have come up with a 2.6 percent change in GDP for 2026. Massive. It's massive, huge, yeah. So again, I was betting on the continuation to the uptrend. It's 100. It would have been 150K if I was right. These are 5-to-1 setups, so I just took a base hit on that particular setup, and I'm wrong. I'm trying to do a run to 1 million now, so I'm gonna be swinging this one pretty hard. It's gonna be a little different. I'm trading 3 times my normal risk on it. So yeah, see you guys next week for sure. We do have liquidity pocket and all A+ setups on S&P. So right here is the one possible bounce point. I can trade off of this one. So I'm not going to let the previous setups burn me out, but I can possibly take a long scalp off of this. Yeah, this is certainly probably not the best day. Uber driver it is. Yeah. Bad projections are BS. They mean rate cuts. No, it doesn't. Rate cuts don't move the stock market though, like y'all think it does. Like the rate cuts are good bullish momentum, yes, but the lack of rate cuts aren't bearish momentum. The market has rallied during rate hikes. And even Alan Greenspan was chair in 1996 to 1998 after Clinton got elected the second time. He was raising rates crazily into the beginning of that tech crunch in 2000, and markets were rallying as fast as they could. It's not necessarily a direct correlation between the strength of the rally and rate cuts. It helps sentiment, but it's not like a direct thing. So the good economic data is not bearish. Like that's my thought. The rate cuts aren't my thought. There's sentiment for sure. Like people think, you know, the Fed is lubricating the credit market and all that stuff. Lending is going to be easier to get and people will spend a little bit more money. There's a trickle down effect from rate cuts. So people bet into it up front because it creates opportunity for the economy. But in general, that economic data without the rate cuts is fantastic. I mean, that GDP growth alone is massive. And so my direct thought on that is that the market is not bearish at all, or the economy is not bearish, so the market therefore will reflect bullishness at some point. But unless we get that tech stock momentum, it's not going to move. Yeah. This is the overnight dynamic MHP. So right now, and again, we are irrational and we've lost one setup, two setups. And so normally I would trade small on my strong pivots only. But every time like a strong pivot fails, I talk myself out of trading further. So, you know, we shouldn't have lost this. We shouldn't have lost this. So now you have strong pivots down here. And the answer is, you know, trade small when you get to the next one. And if you fail that one, then I choose to sit out, which is why when we were failing this, I pulled the plug. And now I'm not going to trade here or here because 3 strikes and you're out. And that's the way I deal with it. Yep. But I'm really good at just getting out of the way. If monthly hedge structure were to hold, which it does over 73% of the time, they stay there. These would have been 100K plays, but we're not getting that. And in a bull market, this is my favorite setup. So just this choppy, crappy noise is just kind of crummy. Well, okay, think about economic data, right? Unemployment filings are not going up. Jobless claims are not going up. Unemployment rate is going down. GDP is going up. Inflation's coming down. Like there's no, you can't paint a better picture of a healthy economy. Right now, the market is only selling off because tech stocks are selling off. That's literally it. Every other stock out there is gold mine. It looks like when you put up anything up there, everything else looks great. There's nothing bearish at all. I don't see anything bearish. Oh, let's put some stocks up here. Let's see. What's some oil stock? Marathon looking good. JP Morgan looking good. You know what I'm saying? Like Johnson looking good. Like every fucking stock out there is going to the moon right now. The only thing that's not going to the moon is tech, and that's why the index is sort of bumping like this and the Dow Jones is going straight up. We're far from a bubble. That's how I feel. It's not an AI bubble. This is not a bubble popping. This is just end of the year profit taking on massive gains. Like if you bought Nvidia in April at 85 and you made 150% on that, you took a little profit before the end of the year, and then you told everyone in your hedge fund, I made 150%. And then you got your $20 million bonus and you're not risking anything till next year. You're going to pull magic out of your ass 2 years in a row. Those same managers aren't like, oh, let me buy the dip now. They're like, let me buy the dip fiscal year 2027. It's just portfolio rebalancing, tax selling, locking in your funds performance, doing nothing new. Because you work from year to year or quarter to quarter. You made a massive gain. And when the government outage happened, that triggered people to say, let's just lock in some profits and not risk it. And then we'll come back to the office in January. That's literally what's going on right now. It's not an AI bubble that's popping. It's not an impending doom of a market crash that's coming when just 7 or 8 companies, big tech companies, aren't rallying like they used to. You can pull up really, really, really strong. I mean, you just look at the plays of some of these companies here. The money is just rotating into there, positioning out of this, positioning into this kind of thing earlier in the year. And so, I mean, God, look at how good some of these stocks, like Johnson Johnson, I was watching it the other day. I was just like, how massive like some of these companies have gone. So this is the reason why the stock market is not crashing out, because people are bullish somewhere. So 1,000 likes, triggers, and prop firm giveaways. You guys smash that like button, friends. Appreciate that. Remember, y'all are late today. We have to get to 1,000 by 10 a.m. every day, or no giveaways for the rest of the stream. So we got to 700. Hopefully by Monday we'll get there. Good try though. Hit the like button song. Oh yeah. So anyways, if this is just a big sell-off day or two, then I'm happy just to sit on the sidelines. A little bit under on the main account, but not a big deal. I did swing for the bull run on this one, and both days lost the bull pivot, and then I'm just safely on the sidelines. Trust me, at some point it'll work, and odds will always be in my favor. But I know when to get out and when to sit on the sidelines. And I might have just avoided a massive market catastrophe. So when we teach you guys, when you go irrational, remember what I said in the boot camp, whenever you open below DD band, you're usually probably not going to take any trades. I get one attempt, small trades, a strong pivot only, and if I fail that, I usually stop trading. And so whenever we had this candle right there, I said, nope, I'm done. Pulled the plug. Nasdaq fell another 100 and something points. That market awareness is going to save your ass a lot. I don't take multiple strong pivots the whole way down. One can, I usually don't. I usually take the day off and just chill. So I like bullish somewhere. It's gonna be bullish somewhere. Somewhere. So like I said, I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty happy. I've had a stellar year. I mean, I made like close to $500,000 last month, so I'm not at all mad. You know what I mean? Between my options trades, my prop payouts, my prop live account payouts, everything. So I got that 6-figure from Fund and X. I put probably like 40 or 50K from Tradeify right at the end there. 40K, something like that. No, sorry. Tradeify was like 30K in that last month. I rushed it to get to the 80. Oh yeah, I had one hell of a November, guys. Y'all remember? I ain't even mad. I mean, but I do like when the market's not choppy like this. Base hits are the way to go until things stabilize, and I don't think things are stabilized until the beginning of next year, unfortunately. Play of knife catchers anonymous. Do we need to feel that right now? It's a tough day. Yeah, y'all be careful, don't blow up your stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, my name is Dave.
Everybody, y'all, I can't tell you how to trade or what to do, but just be careful today. Today's not a day to revenge trade. I know how to take a loss and be okay with it. All right. Do I want these shoes shopping for me? Aren't you skiing?
Saw it on the 5-minute heart skipped a beat, formed a little hammer summer looked kinda neat. No confirmation, no real bias, but I hit low.
Do I like these brown Dior shoes? I don't know. I don't own brown shoes. Let's see. You guys like these shoes right here? I don't know. Like brown tennis shoes. Like, aren't you skiing? To the Count Liquidated song. I've been trading for 15 years.
Support is fake. My will is thin, but this next one's gotta win.
Show me some shoe pictures.
Welcome to Knife Catchers Anonymous. Our dreams are bold, our risk preposterous. We fight the flow, ignore the signs, then cry in group when we cross the lines. Charts are red, my soul is too. Accounts in drawdown, deja vu.
Give me my pizza real quick.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I caught the dip again.
Go tell IDOC I was eating pizza for breakfast. I don't know if I'm a big fan of their shoes though. She's sending me pictures of shoes. You like those brown ones? I don't know if I like the brown ones. There's a significant lack of blackness in those brown ones. As you see, my wardrobe is very black. I don't know if I'm preppy enough to rock brown shoes. There needs to be a significant amount of black and white in my wardrobe. Brown is so... Y'all see me as a brown kind of guy? Light brown and khakis? Oh. Ooh. I'll be headbanging myself to an early grave dressing so preppy like that. I don't know if I like the brown ones. I have like 10 pairs of white tennis shoes, man. It's so crazy. No. Sit out. Sit out. We had this class yesterday. I ain't doing shit for the rest of the day. I'm probably gonna cut the stream early. When you open below DD band, when I told you guys yesterday, it's probably the day you're like, I wish I would have sat out. I took a couple of stabs here and I'm done. And whenever you lose, like, okay, irrational 1, strong pivot, small only, back to here, then take the reclaim. And if it doesn't happen, get out of the way. See how good that lesson is? I'm 200 points in the hole. I could blow up this account. In and out quick. S&P every single time. Yes. Yes, right? However, I've convinced myself that this market by itself, gap down, didn't reclaim the half gap. Why catch a bottom on this one? Just let this one die today. Like, I'm probably gonna play video games all day. You know, fuck streaming. You know what I mean? Simple as that. Like not even risk it. Not even worth trying to grab a scalp. Like, what is 10 points gonna make or break me and have a happier day? No. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so smart to avoid this, right? Now you can say, well, why not short? Well, I mean, why not catch every single move in the market all the time ever? Because you can 100% predict the market. Like, I could just know when the market's falling apart, and then I don't want to deal. I can just say I took my small loss and I'm done and call it a day. I thought you went out of town to go skiing. Go to France to go skiing. You're at Dior. You bougie motherfucker. Literally. She go all the way to France. Go sit in the Dior store drinking champagne and shoe shopping. Okay, hold on. Actually, the brown shoes aren't that bad. Oh, they have some black ones too. Let me see. I don't like the black ones. Should buy me a pair of shoes. She's just Christmas shopping for me. So, are like, wait, what time is it in France right now? The sun goes down like at like 5 p.m. over there, so it's probably the end of the day. Yeah, it's almost sundown over there. So yeah, so the ski days are. Did y'all learn something in the DD band class yesterday, guys? Did y'all learn something from me, right? How fantastic is this? I could have been bag holding and catching knives and blowing up the account. In and out. Professionalism at its best, you guys. And I'm in no hurry to touch this, right? Cat active on both. There you go, right? Let everyone else in Wall Street figure out what's happening today. We'll just be cool and be done with it. Yeah, so the fact that we get to watch the market fall apart in a single setup, perfect. Everything was great. I'm headbanging, having a good time, positive res, all signs are good, and then the market dies out. Boot campers, what's the first thing I need to be looking at right now? See how much you're paying attention. I need to start investigating some stuff. Where do you go now? What's going on here? What should we look at? Yeah, have fun scalping shorts all day long. Do whatever you feel is necessary. I don't even care. Let's take a look at the VIX. Yeah, what's the VIX doing? But in reality, let's take a look at, somebody said monthly. Yeah, let's go to the monthlies. Where are those limits at? Right. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, like I'm going to go touch some grass and leave this shit alone. No desire to really fight a crash market. I'm just so good at seeing it, I can get out of the way. Now, here on NASDAQ especially, we have plenty of buffer all the way down here. So NASDAQ could actually W bottom and still be fine. We still have bull setup. We're not that bad yet. We lost this one, but we're so good into bull territory tomorrow. This flush is just something that needed to happen, right? So not going to happen. We're not turning into a bear market tomorrow, like at all, until we break through this other yellow line there. S&P, same boat. S&P's got so much buffer here. You got to almost tap previous lows to get there. So markets are safe from a bigger bear market. DD ratio is strong, which is good. Yeah, if you guys want to scalp or do whatever you feel is necessary, by all means. My training is that in days like this, just don't even play. Like let today's chaotic, rapid volatility increasing, choppy nonsense. You might say, well, why don't I jump in on the short? Yeah, go ahead. And then it squeezes and then dies, squeezes and dies. It's hard. And I know that it's hard. It's statistically not favorable. VIX is in a liquidity pocket, which means VIX can keep going. So that's also a caution. But as you see, guys, we're watching the market fall apart in real time. And you, me, and everyone else in the world had a signal right there. Now one can say, well, why don't you short and make money? Why don't I go franchise a McDonald's to make money? Why don't I open 10 Starbucks to make money? Every fucking thing in this world makes money. I choose which money I want to make when I want to make it. Not to be such a gambling degenerate to try to trade every single motion in the stock market. So I trade high probability, strong setups. I don't trade direction in the market on every little move. I say, oh, I'm just gonna take it easy for today. You know what I mean? There's a million ways to make money in this world. You have to take every single one of them. So my training is that when market falls apart, let the big fat cats on Wall Street deal with this. Yeah, half the people on socials today are gonna be like, look at the short I made. Half the people are gonna be like, look at the long I made. Half the people are gonna take a loss. Half the people will take a gain. But at the end of the day, only the strong survive. Play some Red Dead. Yeah. You don't get it, but it sounds good. Like a lot of times when markets fall apart, the question is people say, Matt, why don't you short it then? My response is when the markets break major structure, which is if we lose this green line, in the 8% of days that close below, the market's irrational. And when I say I normally sit out there, some people go, well, I made money shorting, or why didn't you short? That's what people ask me. Why I don't short when I think the market's going to fall apart? Because the greater market is still bullish. And I don't believe that the market could sustain a short. Like the moment I started talking, you see how it just bounced up 100 points in 4 minutes? Like it's choppy, chaotic, and the volatility is getting bigger and bigger. It's just really hard to trade. We've lost every major bull pivot that we have, so there's no evidence that there's any place for it to bounce. So because of this, whenever we lose this area, I'll take stabs, small trades only at the first pivot that we got. That's strong. And if we lose that, then I'm done. If it loses this and loses this, 2 strikes, you're out. Remember, everything in a bull market I trade is like I'll trade this with a normal position. If we lose that, then it immediately reverts to a small on the next strong pivot. And if we lose that, 2 strikes of confluence, you're out. And I consider that confluence. If I lose another 90% pivot, then I step down to a 0. So a small becomes a sit out. And 520 to 300, I just saved 220 points of NASDAQ being upside down. Taking as big as a stab as I was doing 10 and 15 contracts, I was just swinging for a big up. But I'm very good at getting in and getting out quick. The opportunity here, had this trade played out, I mean, up to here, I would have made 200 points, right? That's 40,000 for 10. So 15 would have been 60,000, right? So the whole point I'm saying is that knowing where to get in and get out is like, for me, like knowing when to get in and when to get out for me is important. Like when not to trade. Somebody said I short and Matt longs. That's awesome. I'm glad you do. What is so with all the millions of dollars you make, how big is your yacht? You must be shorting a lot. What kind of car do you drive? How many different colors of Lambos do you have? Oh, you better be shorting a lot. I'm long it all the time. What color is that? What color is that DeLorean? Forerunners are so great. I love everything Toyota's ever made. My mom has had Camry and a 4Runner. They're quality cars. You know what I mean? So the goal is to be smart enough to know if the market's falling apart, and you can choose to play it. And I usually don't choose to play it because for me, when a catalyst is active, does everybody see on my screen how it's curving? When a cat is active, market's curving. Now, if the S&P reclaims this, there is an argument to grab that dip to trade it up. What? I very much could. Yeah, I'm eating pizza. It's like from Monday, I think. I'm out of food. Yeah, I don't trade metals. I'm not any good at it. I don't know much. I don't know much about the mechanics of why metals move anymore. I used to know a lot more about it. When I started trading, I started studying why they would move, but these days, like gold and silver, I don't really pay much attention to why those two move. Okay, so S&P reclaimed DD band. There is an attempt for a possible long setup here on S&P. Not a full avoidance to the market, and there's a lot of confluence here for that. Let me double check if a cat is active. 6150. Oh, that's right here on the edge. Do I want to get that scalp here? That's the thing. 6150 from the 41. Make one more attempt. Is it 210 on Nasdaq still? Oh, 230. It went up a little bit. Okay. So Nasdaq is a cat line right here. Give or take. No, 230. So that would be 90. So CAT is active on Nasdaq, especially here. Once you like break through one risk interval on that straight run move there. Well, actually, no, that kind of retrace. Let's use this move on Nasdaq because that'd be more appropriate. This is where the actual big move started. So 230 off of 557. Like 560, 230, 330. 330, that's the level. Let's use this one. So what I'm looking for, and you'll learn the bootcamp, is the run that doesn't retrace. This one retraced, this one didn't. So we have CAT active and S&P and Nasdaq here. So Nasdaq has a rescue off of the CAT line. S&P is right there. So not necessarily there yet. Kawasaki here. Do I want to take one more? No, I want to take an attempt here. We're just calling it a day. These are lovely pivots. Equal distance from the close. They should be exactly the same. Here. From the close, they're the same distance. Matt getting a little bit of FOMO, somebody said. I know, right? Finger off the button. The pivots are stable. I mean, it's like 1-to-1 setup. Are the pivots stable? Not really. This cat active Friday, baby. Take a small. Well, I did want VIX to move, and we finally got VIX to move today, right? Hold on. Hermes Lopers. Dang, this girl's like everywhere. No, those are ugly as shit. She done skiing, now she's out there shoe shopping for me. Just as what I like. Like, if you're gonna buy something for me, a nice pair of shoes. I have a whole lot of shoes. That's like the one thing I do have a lot of. Buy me a pair of shoes, I'm all for it. If you need a gift idea. Cheap. You know, girls like jewelry and purses and stuff. Those are like $10,000 plus gifts. Shoes, $1,000. I'm cheap. You don't have to give me anything big. This is a possible trade setup. Just with the way that the markets move today, I would be very okay with just missing out of it. And if this is like a V up that turns back into something like yesterday, like all over again, right? This turns into another day like yesterday and we're back up here. I don't even know. Who cares until January? You know what I'm saying? You have like 30 pairs of shoes just like me. I know, right? Like, it's easy to collect shoes as a dude. You have so many different types of shoes. Like, I've got shoes for running and basketball. I've got shoes for the gym. I've got shoes for golf. I've got tons of dress shoes to go with my suits. I got tons of sneakers to wear wherever. White. I got white sneakers. I got probably like 20 pair of white sneakers of every brand. I got a pair of whites. Got white Gucci, white Louis Vuitton, white Cucinelli's. It's like the same shoe, white Barbados shoes. I have the same shoe like every brand. Now she's trying to buy me a brown pair of shoes. I'm owning brown tennis shoes. Hermes shoes are ugly as shit though. He's over there. You know what she's trying to do? She's trying to do what you need to do when you need a Birkin bag, is go in there and drop 25 to 50K on other stuff, and then they invite you to the back room and give you your wish list Birkin. Her and her sister know how to game that system. Her sister got tons of Birkins. Kelly's is typically if you go buy usually 2-to-1 or greater of other stuff, then they'll be like, how would you like to come in the back room and check out the Birkins? I know what she's trying to do. I know what she's trying to do. Hey, can I get you some shoes? Just like she's like, can I get you a shoe? How about this belt? You like this jacket? You like these shoes? I know what she's over there doing. You got to buy the belts and the scarves and the paperweights and the saddle and the whatever. And then once you run your card, is that like a Kelly is probably what, like 10, 12 grand. Birkin's probably like what, 15. You spend at least 1 to 2x that. In France, probably less than US. US, you got to spend like, depending on where you are, if you're a nobody, you got to spend like 2 or 3x, and then they might invite you to there. Oh, by the way, we happen to have a few of these in the back. Would you like to check those out too? These days, like 10 to 15 from the store just for the bag. Yeah. You gotta unlock the achievement. Yeah. That's why she's asking me if I like all these. I know what she's doing. But their shoes are ugly, man. You sending me pictures of them. It's like, do you like these? Do you like these? Nope. The bag is an unlockable DLC item. Yeah. The thing is that the reason that they like to buy them, well, because they like the purses, they actually go up in value. The minute you buy like a Birkin or a Kelly purse, they immediately go up in value the minute you leave the store, because the resale, like the only way people will get those is they buy them off of the resale markets, and the price increase on them by 20 to 50% the minute you walk out of the store. It's immediately a return on your investment, and they hold their value forever, and they go up in value depending on if you get one that's like in very popular demand. The criteria I have for longing is I have a technique that finds volume pivots. And I use confluence with the stocks to decide if I want to take these volume pivots or not. So each one of these has a tag that goes with it, like support. Like I was trying to long at support earlier and it failed. I got out of the way. Now we're trading here and the flag says resistance. So I won't be taking the long there. So I'm usually just reading the words here and doing what it tells me. These are support. So S&P has possible support. NASDAQ has possible resistance. Below this purple line, it's an automatic sit out, but we are kind of already have an automatic sit out already. The market's giving me all kind of sit out signals today to avoid just this chop and just kind of like leave it as is. Yeah, but if you have to buy like 50K worth of other merchandise, is it really a value in there? And that's the real kicker, right? The other stuff, no. So there's no such thing as a free lunch, I guess, as my dad used to say. These volume pivots are automatically, they're provided by the algorithm in this platform, the Rocket Scooter platform. It's all automated, so it updates in real time and it's all automated. It's better to purchase on the resale market. Yeah, pay a little bit more unless you really like the rest of the stuff. But I don't know about you guys. I think Hermes stuff looks stupid. And I went in the store and it's funny because she was like, what do you think about this jacket? We went in there one day and I looked at it and I was like, that's the ugliest jacket I've ever seen. And then I turned around and one of the associates was wearing it. And he heard me say that and I was like, oh shit. They look stupid, like stupid. Like the clothes are so dumb looking. Like who would wear this stuff? It's not even fashionable looking. I turned around and the guy was just like wearing it, like the salesperson who was like, I don't know. I like certain designer clothes, but for whatever it is, I told her, I was like, I don't even know how we can spend 30 grand at Hermes. The clothes are just weird. They just don't look cool. Like $2,000 for a t-shirt or something. You're just like, what? I'm like, yeah, we'll just buy, like we buy her bags and stuff at the resale market. Like it just didn't look, I don't know. Like, look, let me tell you guys. Ready? Here we go. Want a sweatshirt? 2,000 bucks. Here we go. Here it is. Right. Watch this. Hold on. Here you go. This right here, 2,000 bucks. Old Navy, $12. You know, like this t-shirt, 2,500 bucks. Look at this. Like what? Look at this. This right here. I've got like 40 sweaters like that with faded logos on them from college that are zero. It's $14.75. Whatever it was, there was some jacket, and she's like, "What do you think about this jacket?" Yeah, like this. Look at this. You want a pocket on your pocket? $4,000. What? I don't remember what it was, but she showed me something. It was some jacket. I think it was something like this. Yeah, it was like a tech jacket thing. It might have been this one. And yeah, it was some kind of, it was a jacket, and I was looking and I was like, this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. $4,450. I'm not rich, but I ain't that rich. Come on now. My t-shirts, I'm not like Kanye rich. Come on now. Who gonna buy $4,400 tech vest? Old Navy, $8. Remember from high school? Look at this. Generic polo you can get from Express. $24. $700. Like, they're not even nice. It's not even cool looking stuff. It just looks basic. Like, where's the value there? Anyways, so I don't know how we're gonna spend that much money. Anyways, women's clothes, they look nice, but the men's clothes, I don't get it. There wasn't a single thing in that store that looked nice. Let me show y'all where I shop and see if y'all thinking there's a difference. All right, so yeah, I mean, okay, whatever, right? Everything in that store was ugly looking. Now this is where I shop. This is different. It's not as expensive. It's somewhat expensive, but not that prices. So like, this is where I go. I go to Barbados a lot, and you get like rocker t-shirts, and they're like 200 bucks. Not too crazy. Like cool, like look at this sweet ass looking jacket. Look at it. I look like a magician, man. Like, look at this. Look how cool some of this stuff looks. And it's not like $5,000 for a t-shirt. You get like these double button cashmere breast coats here. I look like I'm in the British Navy. Come on now, look at this. These are like, it's like rock and roll attire. So I think this is a little cooler and not as bad. You want a crazy, awesome black t-shirt with print on it, 128 bucks. Like, much more affordable, right? And it's mostly black and white, which is my color scheme. Cool jackets, cool pants. Look at that vest, man. That's pretty sweet looking. Anyways, you want to look like you sing for the Who? You go shop there. Like, that's like my version of luxury is like, this like much more, $128 for a rock t-shirt. Like, I get these shirts from there. They're like 70 bucks. You have $4,000 t-shirt. Are you kidding me? And that's even too much. But as far as like luxury goes, at least it's cool looking. But anyways. It's just rock and roll version of Fruit of the Loom. Exactly. You shop at Costco, way to go. I don't know how I'm gonna. What I like about their clothes is that they're lean, they're like lean fitting. Update with you, and I promise I was gonna love this a lot. Just one live right now. I'm sharing with you. Okay, so something new just changed at Funded Next. Okay, so Funded Next just had a release. Eligibility criteria for the live trader program review after reaching a qualification threshold of 100K in total achieved profits, total active profits across all active Funded Next accounts. Total active profits include withdrawals taken from all active accounts, current simulated profits across all active accounts. What? So once you have an active balance of 100K, is that a change or is that what it always was? Let me repeat. Qualification threshold is $100,000 in total active profits. including withdrawals from all active accounts plus current simulated profits across all active accounts. I'm already going live. They've already told me. I've taken out over $250,000 from Fund and Next, so I'm good. So I'm glad I did that before the change came in. It's in their FAQ, guys, so make sure you go read the FAQ. All right. New live program criteria. Oh, find a next live trading program. Okay. They're pulling back really, really hard. Let me get the link here. We'll go over it real quick. I'm glad in it. See guys, you see how smart I am sitting out on this? All right, live trading program. I might just take the day off and chill. Go play golf again or something. All right. You know, earlier in the year, you remember when I was talking about how like influencers were sort of being like cracked down on because of how ridiculous it got? Remember every single person out there on Twitter was like, use my code, use my code, use my code. Remember there was a time period when I was advocating, I was meeting with all the prop firms saying you need to cut this out because this is hurting the industry, hurting you and hurting stuff. And I pitched everybody the idea on a business sense on how that was bad. And a lot of firms are like, oh my God, you're right. They saw the math. They realized that, you know, being out of compliance, they're like an example, an influencer will use my code, and then you use the code, and then the person didn't read the rules because the influencer didn't teach them, and then the person got denied a payout or something because they're stupid. And then they're like, this firm's a scam, and then it hurts the firm's image. The firms are like, oh yeah, and I provided tons of examples and cases of influencers that did that. Well, anyways, I'm starting to see all over Twitter right now that some of the major firms are canceling people's codes. So, as I said, it was happening. If you're not going to be compliant, then you're hurting the industry. And My Fun and Futures is the next one out there to start canning a bunch of these Twitter influencers. They're gone. Their codes got canceled. Some of the big ones, small ones, if you may. YouTubers and whatever's. I find it axed them. I told you guys that the industry's had enough of this whole bullshit. Big, small ones. The reason for that is it's making the prop firms look bad when the influencers don't really do anything to train people. Like Fund and Next had an FAQ rule change and I teach. So look at this. See how smart we are? Catalyst active. Catalyst active. Look what happens when you break through the cat line. So does everybody here? Kendall Jenner's son, LOL. So does everybody here like how much control I have when I trade? I don't even feel any need to touch this with those irrational signals. We went over this in the boot camp yesterday. Isn't that crazy? No, but then like some of those like influencers were like, well, you know, they were like talking shit about me because whatever. And, you know, I mean, I'm like, you're not, you know, like, how can you be so mean? Or like, everyone deserves to make money kind of mentality. I'm like, you don't. Like, that's the problem. We're not going to agree there. Not everyone deserves to have a prop code. I think you should be interviewed by the company, work for the company, follow compliance standards of the company, and be like really strict. I mean, this is the financial industry. This is not like a paper trading clown circus. And so they might have had a few words or whatever with me on socials, but the prop firms got the last laugh because looks like they lost their jobs. Sucks. Not following the rules, you know, it's gotta be what happens. And it was Apex first, my funded next. There's a lot of them. Funded next is starting to crack down too. There are a lot of the thing is that what they want, regulators are pushing for compliance, and then there's people that are out of compliance. But mostly it's because people are making the firms look bad. There's so many different, this firm scam me, that firm scam me, this firm scam me, and then people having to go on the post and say, no, you just didn't read the rules. Like, nobody scams you. You didn't read the rules. And it's like, well, whose code did you use? And then we find out whose code they used. And they're like, oh, that person is selling a product but not educating people the fine print. Yes, buy this tonic. It will cure your cancer. Will also make your dick fall off. But I'm not going to tell you that. Well, I sell it to you. And so the idea is that, you know, there's regulatory issues there. And it's like, you either got to step up or, you know, do it the right way or not. But anyways, so y'all are going to see a big change in the industry as far as like the influencer affiliate stuff. So have great self-control, not wanting to trade this. Cat active at the purple line when we drew this. When you pass through the cat line, it creates kind of an event. 11 o'clock. Oh, we must have had some kind of. What do we have going? Nothing on calendar today. There's nothing going on. What happened? What was that news? I heard a wee woo. Some Oracle data centers for OpenAI are delayed till 2028 from 2027. Oracle. Well, as you see, guys, right? I had my attempt at buying the dip. I got out of the way, and look what I avoided. Boy, we had this class on this yesterday, didn't we? So it might be funny, like, oh, Matt took a loss, but the R&R was there. Matt took a small loss compared to what it could have been. You know what I'm saying? We'll get that old wee woo there from Oracle. Do I still want the Dior shoes? Now they got the Hermes. Wait, you bought the Hermes shoes? Hold on. Oh, they got them? Okay, the loafers are actually pretty decent. All right, don't text me right now. I'm going to show people these pictures. That way your name don't pop up on the screen. This one right here. That ain't bad looking, right? Look at this one. I don't have me a nice brown pair of loafers. Those are actually classy looking. That's not that bad. And that's pretty decent. Like some brown loafers, right? That's not bad. Those are nice looking. You like these? Like, look, those are pretty good, right? Like, just like basic brown loafers with looks like there's a buckle. I think Hermes has the buckle. I think that's their signature style. That's actually really nice. That will look good with the pair of shorts when we go on the yacht that we don't have. Let's go. So we'll get those. Do I want the Dior shoes? Now I got the Hermes shoes. Hold on. Are you shopping for Christmas? Babe, we figured out your scam. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Red candles, you like them? I should probably get them. We know what you're trying to do over there. Shopping for me. Are you trying to spend 10 to 20,000 buying shoes and belts for me so that they invite you to the back room so you can get your Kelly? Because you know when you spend that 1 to 2x on other things, somehow they magically have some in stock. We knew it. Okay. So she's dual shopping for both her and my Christmas present. That's hilarious. Okay. But the thing is that Hermes, everything else there is ugly. How am I going to spend 15 grand of other stuff? Those shoes are nice though. Wait, get this instead of the Dior shoe. The Dior shoes were like tennis shoes though, right? They're actually pretty nice. Get both of them. I don't have like a brown or tan pair of tennis shoes either. I got too much white and black. Peter, shut up! Peter! Peter, god damn it, Peter, that was our secret. Why did you tell her? Fucking Peter ratted me out. Oh, I'm toast. Peter! Shut up! Babe, I'm living like a bachelor over here. I had like 3-day-old pizza for breakfast. Now everybody's ratting me out. What, guys? I thought we were the same team. How much are those loafers, by the way? Are they like they're not like $10,000 like everything else in the store, are they? Are they like less than 2,000 bucks? They're 900 euro. Oh, get them. They're less than 1,000 bucks. Get them. Yeah, that's good. I'm not in the mood for like $5,000 shoes though. All right, it's just 1,000. Your 5,980 euros is 1,000 bucks. 1,100 bucks. Was like 1.1 exchange rate or something like that now. That's not that bad. You got them? Yeah, they're sweet looking. I like them. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the gift. Go buy some more stuff for you so that way they send you in the back and you get to come home with like the exclusive purse. They make good leather bags. It's I know, right? Everything else in the store, like clothing wise, are just, I don't know. Is this an exhaustion point on this? It could be. Honestly, this could be the end of the sell-off. I don't think we're crashing, but like I said, there's nothing really to do here. If we reclaim DD band, like always, I'm back in for the big up. There's always going to be a day where that day turns into that day, and I always wait for it. Down inside of here, yes, there's some scalps one can do, but in reality, there's really not much meat on this bone. I could take some scalps there. I could put a small position here to trade back to there. When CAT is active, it's a little chaotic. That Oracle news came out the weirdest time. But what's good to know is that when the market's collapsing and I'm on the wrong side of the trade, I'm barely down anything. I did take some heat betting on the breakout case. It could have very well been hundreds of thousands of dollars to the upside rather than just $9,000 down on the account, trying to fight this to the bull side. So I ended up getting the direction wrong. I'm back to almost the starting point. The whole point is that, you know, when you make your big bets, or I make my big bets, I make the big bet at the right place. And if I get it wrong, the R&R is just huge. So 15 contracts is hundreds of thousands if I'm right, and 30,000 if I'm wrong. Like I said, had I put the 15 contracts to the short side, you know, that would have been what, 400 points the other way. So that's a loss I didn't have, right? So had we got the upward move, then that would have been great. I think that maybe we're just going to get what I thought we would get, which is just a sort of like, you know, this might actually go right back up to here today. Again, back up to 25.5 and tell everybody, fuck you. Who knows? Yeah, get the Dior tennis shoes too. That's fine. Get both of them. You can't buy any more stuff from Hermes. It's all ugly. I know, right? Everything there is so ugly. See, Kim. Yeah, see, I've been eating nothing but fruit, nothing but salad. Yeah, exactly. I had some celery. I ate some lettuce, just straight up. Yeah, no. I've been eating pretty good since you've been gone. When they said pizza, what they meant to say is I put a tomato on a piece of lettuce. And it looked like a pizza. Pringles. Gary, shut up. So Brian made a post. He just tagged me in it. He said, if anyone asks what happens to those that got shifted live before this update, they said this new rule will be applied to those. No worry with that. Hold on. What does that even mean? So those that got forfeited a lot are retroactively getting applied. Whoever has active live accounts, they will get it back. People who blew it already, I don't think there's any chance. What does that mean? Okay, whoever has active live accounts, they will get it back. So they'll get their profit back. Oh! That... Well, all right. Well, that's something Brian and I were yelling at them about. To give them their money back. If they... To the 100K. Okay. After listening closely to your feedback over the last couple of days, FundedX has relaunched the Live Trader program with an updated structure. The focus this time is very clear: consistency, risk control, and long-term sustainability for serious traders. Ah, okay. So okay. I didn't read the rest of the text. I just thought it was here, and I didn't scroll down. He wrote me a mile of text. Okay, let me read it. After listening closely to your feedback over the last few days, FundedX has relaunched the Live Trader program. I request you please have a read. Genuinely like to hear your thoughts. Whether something stands out, feels unclear, or sparks any questions. So once you make 100K, you go live. This is no different than most of the plans now. This is really good. Yeah, Brian was messaging me about this. I'm so in the middle of buying Hermes shoes that I'm not paying attention. Wait, where's the one he tagged me in? Where is it at? I'll repost it so you guys can see it. Good deal, good deal. That's very cool. So apparently they're going to make sure that they retroactively reward people to that 100K limit. Yeah, so remember when Funded Next changed, they put out the live program, hinted at it in May. We said there's a live program, but they're not really hear anybody going live about it. So like, I was always like, yeah, they kind of have one, but nobody's in it yet. They're still paying out. And then in August, they dropped all the info about how the live program is going to work. I retweeted it, by the way, so you guys can go check it out. And then somehow after that, in November 21st, when they brought the rule changes, every like tiny influence in the world was like, I'm canceling my code. These guys are terrible. These guys are horrible. How dare Matt and Brian, you guys, and like, okay, I'm like, didn't you guys collect a check from Funded Next? You gonna donate that to charity from your soapbox? Like, Steelers stupid. Anyways, Brian and I worked our asses off complaining, fucking, like, people thought that we didn't care. We fought very hard. I told Funded Next, I was like, you guys are you're gonna collapse your own company. I said, this isn't gonna work. Traders are gonna hate you. They hate you. I'm not even publishing like my profits with you guys. I'm not even talking about you. I'm not even trading on my stream anymore. Nothing. Barely. I mean, I'm showing the P&L, but that's it. I'm like, I'm so upset if you're retroactively changing things on people. And they were like, no, it doesn't apply to people before the 21st. But then they were miscommunicating because that wasn't the case. People below the November 21st were getting pushed to live, having some payouts forfeited because it wasn't clear. And the problem is not because they're trying to scam or they're trying to bait and switch. The problem is with any company out there that's big. You got people here, people here, people here in all different time zones talking to each other, and nobody knows what the fuck is going on from the top. So we went to the top. Everyone in the company was like kind of unclear too. So now everyone's on the same page, just like it was before. And I have had that same situation happen before. I've got my company, I've got people operating in Illinois, I got people in Wisconsin, I got people operating in UK, I got people operating in India. So we're global too. And I understand how messages aren't necessarily clear across the board. Oh, my bad. So yeah, no trades today. I took a very big stab on the reversal from here, and then I just took my normal loss. Actually, I took two losses. I took a loss from here to here. I took a loss from here to here. That was about 18K losses. I took two big trades and they both didn't work. But anyways, so when all the like teeny influencers out there were like trying to soapbox, like they collected their affiliate check and then somehow they're done and we're the bad guys, Brian and I worked our ass off to essentially like strong arm Funded Next. You better honor those payouts, like, or else kind of thing. And so we're like, we're not gonna work with y'all anymore, blah blah. And they were like, no, we always wanted to. It's just weird that this happened because we never intended on doing that. Was their answer? They're like, it's strange that happened because that was never the intent. So like the system didn't meet what they wanted to do, and it was like not programmed to do the right thing, and people were getting pushed to live early and payouts were forfeited, and they're like, yeah, we shouldn't have done that. So what they're saying now is that if you were under that 100K threshold, you'll get your payouts to make it right. So this is the difference between your small influencer trying to make a check and somebody that actually works in the community to get things happen. And y'all give props to Brian, and I think Kane was pushing, I was pushing, Max was pushing for the same thing. We all got on. There was one day that I got on the phone with Max and I got on the phone with Brian back to back, and I had an hour-long conversation with both of them about the same thing right after the November change. And like we got to do something about this because this is not right. And so what I think makes it, when I hold all of this advocating for like affiliates doing the right thing, that's what they should do with the power or the income or whatever they have, is to work to make sure things are done right by traders. You know, I don't get paid to do this either. Like I don't get paid extra. I mean, the affiliate, I guess, makes some income, but nobody pays me to care. And for us, it's very important. Like I told them I was going to sever my relationship with them if they didn't make it right. And so I'm not a person that jumps the gun though. I don't need to go on Twitter like these little tiny influencers got to go on Twitter and pretend that they, you know, they're making a stand as a white knight and people are going to love them for it. I don't make hasty decisions like that. I get with the owners, I get with the people, and I have a conversation with them. We come to a resolution. And they were like, we're working on it. And then finally, I got the message today that they're like, we listen to y'all, y'all are right. So that makes me feel good that they're making some changes. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Oh, hold on, let me redo my tweet here. And the key deleted. So, like, props to Brian and others who really pushed. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I did also work really hard. But Brian, Max, everybody did. And Kane as well. So we're really looking out for you guys. So that's what he's saying. Let me do this really quick here. Cover out the private details. Cool deal. So if they give people their payouts back, then you know what I'm saying? That means the world. That means the world to me, and I'm really glad they're doing it. Dead market. All right, you guys. Did we hit 1,000 likes today? I'm actually gonna take the day off. After my funded. I get all this talk about Blue Chew on this channel. Algo's like sending me things for hymns all the time. All right, I'll give y'all the 1,000. I'll give y'all some giveaways. Y'all are getting there, but y'all got to get there quicker. See, market collapse, market collapse, market collapse, market collapse. We taught about this yesterday. Oh, nice and easy. Text my guy real quick here. I gotta have a powwow with ETF, guys. Hold up. My throat's starting to hurt again. Like my throat is hurting like really bad. Like I'm about to lose my voice here. Maybe I'll see if I can call in sick on my funded. I feel like
anybody get that long down there? See how...
Oh shit, Steven's on and Denny's on. Okay, what's like my throat is raw. Like today it feels raw. They switched. Oh, that's why, because it's it's at 10:30. I was wondering why Methodical and Barbie weren't there. Maybe I'll just rough through it. Oh, is Steven filling in for Ash? Okay. Yeah, I'll just rough through it. I just won't talk so much. I have this like on this side, it's raw when I swallow. Oh, hopefully this infection didn't move from here to here. Like my Twitter is broken right now. What is going on? as much as I love predicting what happens on Twitter. When the next changes come out, there's going to be a million of these affiliates out there. They're going to like try to take credit for it. Look what I got to change. Look, I worked for you guys. The ones that are like canceling their code last 2 weeks ago. It's such a fake world out there. You guys want to know, go Pat Bryant on the back, Trader Can on the back, Max on the back, myself. We're on a text group. We all talk to these guys. So like these are the 4 people that pushed really hard. I'm already seeing on socials. I'm fighting for you guys, don't worry. You were talking shit the week before. Dude, this affiliate culture is fucking worse than any other scam culture I've ever seen out there. Anyone's just dying to make a buck. All right, spin the wheel one time. One time, spin the wheel. God. We gotta play knife catchers one more time.
And I caught the dip again. I thought it was the low.
The NFT community. Oh, that is pretty true. I feel like the NFT community is as scam as it gets. It's like I remember being in Twitter Spaces in the heyday of all the crypto NFT stuff, and they used to all these NFT spaces, and these people just were like, "How can I sell cartoons to people and then run out of town with the money real quick? Hype up a project like." ChatGPT, create 50 images of toothless monkeys with mohawks. Let's make a project. Titan 888. Oh, it's so scammy. I went to NFT Miami because I went to the Bitcoin conference that year, and I stopped by NFT because Blonde Broker, she was speaking with Mark Cuban, so I went over there to show my support. Like Wolf Financial and me went over there and sat in the audience, and like I lost all respect for Mark Cuban because of that. I mean, I already liked him very little to begin with, but him pushing NFTs, I was like, what a fucking tool. He's just a keynote speaker. Oh, these are great investments. I'm like, this guy. All right, congrats. Like, yeah. I was like, I don't get it. Maybe I'm just a boomer. All right. Congrats. All right, couple more. Let's do in celebration of the new Fund to Next rules. Let's go ahead and give out a bunch of Fund to Next accounts. What time is it? The 14th? 15th? Yeah. Let's give away 7 of these bad boys. How about that? I'll give you all a bonus since y'all got to 1,000.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I caught the dip.
It would be the funniest thing if this makes its way all the way back to there today. All right, type it in, you guys. I am losing my voice, like absolutely losing my voice right now. Really? So not really a scanner, more like a feed of events. Time and sales. Oh, let me get my developer. I'm actually telling them to make that thing that we were talking about. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Here. Which is going to say which stocks have crossed half gap up or down. I'll give you an example of what it would look like. Just an event feed It adds to the top of the list each new event. So when I left earlier to go take my medicine and went downstairs for a minute, I was texting a mock-up of what I wanted to see. Basically, like, actually maybe on the right side widget would be important. Yeah, this would be a right side widget. So the idea is just like your feed on Thinkorswim, where you go like this, we have an event log. So essentially whenever like any stock that breaks through half gap up or down, it shows the event. Like stock above half gap, stock below half gap. You can do a checkbox above or below. Does that sound like a good idea? So essentially it'll just have a list of tickers. If cross above half gap is checked, then it has the ticker and timestamp of when that event took place. Is that a good idea? Put a red light or green light next to it. Well, it's not like we're not trying to like have a watch list telling you the state, rather an event feed. So the minute resilience drops, you're going to go to that event feed and say which stock just dropped below it. It can't be part of the watch list because then you have to tell it what to look for. So ticker, market cap, and timestamp would be the text feed. Technically speaking, yes, you could add extra information to your watch list, but then if it's not on your watch list, you wouldn't know what stock it was. So it would be good to know on your watch list above or below half gap, which would be kind of nice. So let me put that in, but in addition to the feed, right? So we want an event feed that tells us events that happen. Secondly, here you have another column. We can't do colors, remember, because colorblind people use arrows. Secondly, modify watch list. But that could still be said for like hedge pressures and half gaps, for half gap, hedge pressure, MHP, and customizable. Which columns we show and have arrows. Now the problem is this might slow down the platform. Have arrows, green or red, like we do with the alerts, triangles or whatever. Show up or down, above or below, sort of. These two additions hopefully won't slow down the platform. Okay. Will be a huge change to what our traders need. So 2 things. Okay, guys, stop typing for a minute. What do y'all think of the idea? Idea number 1, customizable watch list. You can add columns, arrows up or down, telling you below half gap, hedge pressure, monthly hedge pressure, etc. Just like with the alerts, arrows up, arrows down. Y'all like that idea? So your watch list, you'll be able to maybe expand it a little bit to see whatever criteria you want, which means you still got to tell it what to look for. So it's still missing the point, the feed. The other thing is just a feed, right? So an event feed. An event feed is just like a time and sales that you'll be able to program a condition and then it watches for the condition. Now, this is a constant communication with the server, so it's going to obviously cost, it could slow down the platform. So we'll have to do some infrastructure change. Anything that you may notice that's a real-time feed is a traffic for tens of thousands of active users in a moment in time. So for something like this, could be a heavy load. We might have to figure out some infrastructure changes for it. But the idea is you can create a feed, like a half gap feed, above half gap, below half gap, and then it just event log. Every time a stock breaks above or below, it'll just list it. So when resilience takes a nosedive, you immediately go to here and say, which stock was it? Look at the market cap. Oh, that's the one. Looks like it was so-and-so that dropped below. So you'll be able to go through and see, okay, like in this instance today, when we had to dig around to look for Google or whatever it was, this one right here, like we just broke, resilience went from positive to negative. Which stock was it? And so you would go over here and say, oh, Google just dropped. And you'd be able to click it and bring up the Google chart and be like, oh shit, it was Google. Right there. That kind of thing. So that event log, do you guys like that? The stock name should change color. Esteban, yes. But remember, in UX, proper UX design, you can't have the only visual cue be color because more than 15% of the population is red-green colorblind. So you can't use red and green for visual cues. You have to additionally give up or down arrows, or else you're gonna have a hard time seeing the cue. Yeah, so as much as I have always liked red-green stuff, I've learned through my lessons through creating a trading platform and accessibility, there are more people colorblind than I ever thought. And I never thought about that early on. So unfortunately, we can't just use the colors. A red-green colorblind person wouldn't see any differences here. The arrow is where you can see the actual, yeah. So here, up triangle, down triangle, up triangle, down triangle, and also make them red and green for those that can see those colors, but also make it customizable. If we do colors, we should always make it customizable. Currently, right now, there is no customization on this. We didn't do that. So we probably could do customization color palette. But for real, we're so loaded. We want to build that backtest module. I keep trying to prevent small cosmetic projects that are unneeded so we can get that bigger thing out. I'm gonna make the chart increment in quarter points. Oh, you mean on the axis? I don't know. This is the TradingView library. I don't know if we can modify this further. Yeah, you can. Look, if you zoom in, it makes the axis. You have to zoom way in, though. Hey, guys, giveaway time. I am really hoarse. I am going to have my voice is going to be gone by the end of the day today. All right, ready? Let's do giveaway. Oh my God. I hope I'm not getting like a relapse of this sickness here. All right, smash the like button, friends. All right, we got some new songs from Rogan Lamb. Today, y'all, fantastic today with seeing that irrational market. Even though I took a loss, I ain't even mad. I love the days when market crashes and I'll blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always feel so proud of myself when market crash happens and I completely stay the course. That's it. If you can survive a crash day, which is rare as they are, then you're a winning trader, because then you'll go back to a normal market at some point. Had the signal open below DD band. I tell you guys, usually sit out if that happens, right? I took one more stab here for that trade. Didn't pan out. Got out of the way. All of the day. So good at detecting market crash. And why no trade with the catalyst is because the market is just going to be all over the place. Look at the sporadic volume, right, on catalyst. Does everybody see once cat is active? Look at this choppy, crazy sporadic volume. This whole right side of my throat is raw. Like, I can feel like streppy kind of blisters there. Is it a coincidence that Ida goes to France and things go to crap? It really is. It's such a coincidence. We need her. She's our good luck charm. Ooh, she went to the Cucinelli store. I'm a huge fan of Cucinelli. That's one of my favorite. Now, damn, those are some loafers. Shit, look at that. Ooh, oh, this little burry. Those are nice. Market edge today. Are those woven? Yeah, they look like woven, man. Those are sweet looking. Woven leather. 100%. It's like that. That's that sort of like cherry brown color. It's like that deep reddish brown. But that's really nice, man. That'll go good with like a blue suit, a light gray suit. Hell yeah. High class and borrowed shoes. Great song by Matt Webster. Have I had Manuka honey? I haven't had any Manuka honey. Is that a good remedy for my throat? I had the cold, and then I had the lungs, and then now I can feel it here. All right. Congrats to the winners. I like that song. That song was great. This hasn't been the best trading week. However, I've navigated it pretty well, even though I gave back pretty much all of my gains. I swung the wrong way on this, but that's okay. We'll get back to next week. Manuka and separately oil of oregano. It tastes like shit, but it works. All right, I'll have to try that. Manuka honey. Okay, I'll do that. How many do we have left? We did. Who was the winners today? The 12? So Titan's the first. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll do 2 more. Love you guys, man. Thanks for hanging out with me and being here today. Shitty market day. At least you guys learned something from DD class. Literally the topic in DD class was whenever you open the market below DD band, it's probably a day you're just going to wish you didn't touch it. Did that affect anybody today? Was that wisdom applied today by anybody? Can give you investment advice, but avoid the market advice. You've been saying all day, just watching, just be like crazy. Y'all remember over the course of like the last, month or so, I was having tons of like 20K, 30K, 40K days. So, I mean, that's up, that's down. It's just part of the game. You're going to take some losses. Real jelly is my style. Does that actually help? Shouldn't be in the market when the cat is active. These 1 minute swings are like 10 points on ES every 3 minutes. That's what happens when cat is active, Nasdaq is moving up and down 100 points every 5 minutes, and that's when cat is active. That's what you get. Meg Banu. Any QQQ calls? Not yet. I'm not buying any options. I'm not going to buy them today either. I hate feeling sick, guys. I know it's gonna sound really gross, but I feel like my armpits are getting sweaty too. I'm starting to break out in sweat. I can feel it. Does printing more money mean bullish or bearish? It could be like this market, same time next year. I mean, next month bullish. I think, we're going to have the December. December's just sort of rounding off. I mean, as bullish as it is, this could end up way up here today again. I wouldn't even be surprised. But leaning into beginning of January, good economic data, the market's not going to be bearish. It might sell a little bit off of tech, but everything else is like looking at highs. I mean, I popped the Molly, now I'm sweating. LOL. Wish. Make me feel better. At least I'd be happy. I'll be in sick. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Congratulations to 7 of y'all. Y'all are the best. And then Titan. Congrats to you, bud. Okay. Y'all are 25K rapid accounts richer with funded next. Titan, you are an ETF account richer with ETF. You claim the prize by going to our Discord. Go to the contest channel. Link in the description below is where the Discord is, guys. Go to the contest channel. Send our admin Slacks a message. Screenshot of your YouTube ID from inside your account. That way we know it's you that won. And then have an account with Funded X already, with My Funded Futures already, or with ETF already. And we'll hook you up with your free account. Don't forget on the way out, this is the week of the best. This prop deals this week are better than they ever have been for Black Friday. Tradeify's new select plans, everything's 30% off. Growth and Lightning select plan is 35% off on Tradeify, code Rocket Scooter. My Funded Futures, the upgrade to Pro event. Pro accounts are 50% off if you've never done one before. That is the best prop account in our model, period. The highest score. It beats in all categories almost. It is by far the best prop account in existence. As far as value, return on investment, difficulty, everything. 50% off first-time users, 30% off existing users, unlimited uses, which is crazy. That's the biggest pro sale that they do, 50% off. And it's very rare that they do big sales. ETF is at 90% off your statics. Apex is 90% off. Or statics in one step. Apex is 90% off. So you have two 90% offs and a 50% off ETF. Sorry. Two 90% offs, a 50% off, and a 35% off Tradeify. These are better than their Black Friday deals, which is whatever. Code Rocket Scooter hooks you up with all of that. My Funded Futures Pro. My Funded Futures Pro is the best prop account on our model. Tradeify Select plan is the second best in our model. Our model that we built for our prop website scoring for props. It looks at everything. It's like such a comprehensive model. My Fund and Futures ranks, Pro account ranks #1 currently right now. And Tradeify Selects rank #2. Is it considered time in market? Yes. Time in market, time to pay out, calendar days to pay out. It considers everything. Can you news trade? Can you not trade? Is there subjective payouts, non-subjective payouts? Time in market per dollar spent. It's so comprehensive. It looks at the failure rate of these accounts and the statistical failure rate of traders and all. It's like, it's really sophisticated. Yeah, everything. It's not just looking at the cost or the cost per drawdown. It's basic. All right, some honey and some Jigma. What is Jigma? That sounds suspicious. What is that? What is this? Teach me. Just got in. Is this a live trading channel or a prop sales channel? You just got in? Oh yeah. Good deal. No, I think you sit here all day trolling. You're the person who's like, I short every time Matt longs. Did you just take your Honda Accord for a spin around the block? Now you're back. Good deal. What is jigging my balls? I'm telling you, dude, if you're throwing me a fucking D's nuts joke, because I'm saying jig my balls, you fucking idiots. I hate y'all. I knew it. I knew I was being baited. Jesus Christ. Is that really a thing? Hold on. Fucking all dickheads. I hate y'all so much. I was like, Jig, but no, I did say it sounded suspicious. I still walked into it as gullible as I am, but I did have my suspicions at first. Y'all are hilarious. All right, thanks for being here, you guys. Market crash, better safe than sorry. Like I said, I took 2 big stabs at the places I would, MHP and Pocket. Lost, out of the way, could have been worse. I'm totally happy with my performance. And like I said, coin flip the other way. The R&R was fantastic on those trades. But in reality, it's to learn to know when you're wrong, have the discipline to not revenge trade, to not lose bigger than you need to. And when CAD is active, you know when you break MHP last night, when you gap below it, and then you break DD band this morning, you know the market's in peril. And now we're in the middle of a self-fueling catalyst. And hopefully everybody turns out safe. I don't want to go in and check my prop websites and see that the affiliate sales went up today because all you folks went out there and blew up. I want to make sure, I want to see that I made no money today on prop accounts. I don't want to see y'all out there buying these things. That'll make me proud. Let me see. Let me check. Let me just double check one day to the next. Good. There's no spike in sales. See, I taught y'all well. All right, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Have a good month. Have a good week. No boot camps on Friday. We'll see you on Monday. Teaspoon of honey, gargle warm water, and salt. Now, I'm so scared reading what you guys are writing because if I say gargle, somebody's going to say gargle my balls. I swear to God, you guys. Y'all are so... I need some real medical advice. Mix in with these D's nuts jokes. Okay, hold on. All right. Teaspoon of honey, gargle, warm water, and salt. I got those things. Hot shower, inhale and exhale. Emergency, tuss and DM, sleep, you're welcome. All right, Camelo. That sounds like the good stuff. All right, let me take a screenshot of that. Okay. Adios, y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see y'all. So we're supposed to have the meetup tomorrow for Top Golf in Houston. If you guys are in the Houston area, there's a meetup channel in Discord. I'll probably still be okay to go. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling, but for the most part, it's still on. 4 p.m. tomorrow, Katy, Texas. Hot toddy sounds pretty good right now. That'd be a great drink for my throat.